All right, there we go. Now we're officially live.
I love, right? I love how I asked you,
I'm
right?
sorry, but it has the extra little pop-up now, and it's just fucking annoying. Where it's like you have to hit the extra yes to go
I was
live.
like,
You know why?
two,
Do you know why they do this? Because of people going live when they're like fucking naked, or they streamed on OnlyFans and then they stream on Twitch, and then they forgot to change settings or other shit. And it's
or
like,
they're like the outside fill. Yeah,
no.
no, I understand.
We don't want that kind of shit happening on Twitch, obviously, but at the same time, it's like, it is what it is.
Hey, you know what, dude? I support it, right? I'm fine with it. Like, I like to absolutely double check I haven't got my tits out before I go on stream, you know, unless I want that to happen, but usually not. Anyway, I was like 2 minutes into a fucking awesome rant, and and like here's the
Yes,
thing.
and I
Here's the
fuck
thing,
it up
people.
because
No, you didn't just fuck it up, right? Here's the thing. I was like, before I started the rant, I was like, all right, I got this really long, awesome rant to go through. Are we live, right? Because like I'm tired as fuck, and it's the end of my week, and I don't give a shit. And so Bree's like, oh yeah, I totally went live. You're a fucking idiot, right? So
I
then I'm
forgot
like,
it had the extra click.
so then she fucked it up, right? Even though I made sure to double check, right?
But I'm too lazy to double check because I'm so busy with other shit, copying the link to other places and shit. I'm multitasking.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're too busy to like do your fucking job, bitch. Like, I'm so sorry that I have to ask you a question. You say yes, and then you really mean no because you didn't bother to check. Yeah, fantastic.
Can you tell that I have been in relationships because I try to multitask and I just do the bobblehead shit?
No, multitasking is all right. All right, how about this? I got a rant to start off with. I have met Agile Bob. He's awesome. If you don't know who Agile Bob is, he is a dude. His name is Bob. He knows the Agile process in and out. And if you think you know the Agile process, Agile Bob will come and tell you how wrong you are. So he was awesome. And like, thank you, Agile Bob, for teaching me that people lie through their fucking teeth, mate. Like, for real. He did a whole thing about multitasking. He's like, who here can multitask? And everyone like raised their hand, and he's like, oh yeah, what if I call you out, all of you out on that bullshit? I mean, he didn't say that verbatim. I'm just kind of paraphrasing it the way I talk. So, he did this example that made everyone look foolish for assuming they can multitask. And ever since then, this is why I'm like laser focused on the tasks that I do. I don't take on secondary
I'm gonna
tasks.
interrupt you for 1 second. Say hello to Hentai House, who's in chat.
Hi.
She's the one I mentioned that we might get on one of these weeks. Like
Well,
me, she does more art commission stuff from a design concept instead of actually doing the drawing.
Well, I'm glad now that you know about Agile Bob and how awesome he is. But yeah, back. Can I go? Can I do?
Yes,
part
go back
two
to your rant. Go back to your rant.
Okay, cool. Because I've got a guy I'm going to invite on, and it's up to him if he wants to go on, but he probably will. We were talking about work culture just before we went live, and I just kind of lost it a little bit. It was like, just go live and I'll just capture it then, right? And effectively, he's inviting a CEO on, or by now, I guess it's already happened. And she has a lot of the same theories that like Bree and I just have been discussing for like the better part of a decade now. And
yeah,
right.
Pretty
so
close.
the industry is catching up to where I was at like in 2012. Like it's so dumb. Like it's just I want to invite him on and just kind of and talk about this the kind of work culture stuff that we talk about because he gets it. So that's all. That's all. Just like my word, it's
completely
it's
exactly the kind of shit we keep going on about, but we just kind of at the same time just kind of sit back and go, why are people so dumb?
Yeah, it's just it's not like Bree and I do anything special. We just read and pay attention, and that's like the awesome skills that we use to navigate.
And also part of it
life.
is also I think life experience where we make the most of opportunities to the point where we understand reality now.
Well, I can't claim that, but sure.
I mean, for people our age, yes, we have more life experience, I think, than many.
No, I think for people our age, I've got more life. I had more life experience like when I was 20 than most people like twice my age had. I feel like I've lived for like 900 years like Methuselah. I swear to God.
Right.
How's your week been, Bree?
Oh, one more thing. Hentai, I will message you probably early next month about getting you on. I need a little bit of time yet to get through the kind of this month with, like this week was insanely busy.
Yeah,
Like crazy
that would
level
be
busy.
appreciated.
Like I need a fucking vacation type crazy.
Uh, I my vacation is gonna be spent moving into the new place, and that's before I have the whole studio
Ooh,
set up.
you
So
have
it's
it?
like,
You found it?
yay!
You found a good place?
Not yet. No,
Okay.
it's gonna happen probably next month. It's the timing of everything that needs to be perfect. Because I can't move my own stuff because I will be busy working all the time.
Well, that and it's good to not overdo it.
Yeah, I'm figuring out other solutions, opportunities, like Bree was just saying. She ain't wrong.
I'm never wrong.
No,
I
you're
am
you're
practically
wrong, but
perfect in every way.
you're
Despite the
wrong
fact that
all the
I
time.
fuck up all the time still.
Yeah, I was gonna say you fucked up right before you started the stream. Like it's your stream to start. Like this is why I'm the co-pilot, right? I gotta make sure the pilot doesn't crash the plane into a mountain or some shit.
Our stream is literally the movie Airplane.
Yeah, pretty much.
Isn't that literally the best analogy though?
I like played the entire movie all the way back in my head just in a couple of seconds. After you said that, I was like, yeah, no. I was about to disagree, and then
movie Airplane.
It's God.
And now I can't get it out of my head.
You know who we are? We're the couple in the beginning of the movie, the white zone frickin' red zone shit. That's us.
Oh, God, oh, we literally just fucked up in life.
So this is our show. We just waffle about nothing. It's like Seinfeld, but you know,
but better.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I don't know why people used to watch Seinfeld. Hate me all you want. And
Okay, it was very good at the time, but now that things have aged, I think it was good at the time.
Okay, well, you think wrong. We already proved that.
You know what? Just to prove how wrong I am literally going to pick up this oil lamp and I am going to probably do something incredibly dumb with it, like set myself on fire again in this game.
Okay. The only good part about Seinfeld is Jason Alexander is not because like of his character, it's just because he's Jason Alexander.
Yes.
Like
he helped make that show, plain and simple.
Yeah, he's like
people keep
arguably the funniest person.
Jerry was somehow like it's like no, it wasn't him. It was the group of people and some of the writing all combined.
Yeah.
No, calling yourself better than. You know what? With our egos, is it really that surprising that we would go that far? No.
Oh, so can I talk about my most critical dream because it was fucking weird?
Yes, let's get into that before we get into some of the other shit.
Okay, cool. Because like, I had the most bizarre dream. It was like, you know those dreams where you wake up, right? You wake up, you're having a horrible nightmare dream, and then you fall back asleep and you have a different dream.
Are you saying
and,
most critical was a nightmare?
No.
Oh,
no, I'm just saying. You know how like sometimes you sleep, you get up for like a couple of minutes, like what the fuck was that? And then you go back to sleep and you have a completely different like bizarre dream. I do. Anyway, and that happened. I was having the most weirdest fuck off dream, but I don't remember that one at all. I was just like, what in the absolute fuck was that? All right, whatever. Went back to bed, right? And I dreamed that like Moist Critical had a house in the mountains that was like seriously like a fucking mansion built on top of a castle. It was fucking mental. It was like part supervillain layer where it was like carved into part of the mountain, and they're like, well, fuck, we don't want to carve the whole fucking mountain. Let's just go build some shit on top of it as well. So it was baller, and yeah, people like he was cool as shit. Like I somehow got invited because I knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy. You know, it's like whatever. Like I'm not saying like Moist Critical would ever invite me to shit, right? I'm just saying in the dream I just happened to be there because I kissed the right ass. And so
really?
What ended up happening?
That never happens in life.
Yeah, it ended up happening. We go up this ridiculous freaking staircase to his to his lair because like he's the way he is. He doesn't have like people driving up or like anything like that. No, you have to actually walk to his place, right? So go up this ridiculous like staircase and whatnot, bang on the door, and it's just a massacre, right? Like fucking and Critical's just like, I don't know what the fuck just happened, it just came into my living room and everyone's dead. Like fucking just completely chill. No, he just like calmed down after all, and it turns out like it's a time loop. Like every time we try to solve it, the murderer actually like comes out. She's just like crazy bitch, and she just resets the timeline. So we have to go and does the murder a different way. So we have to like prove it to everyone else is going to happen. Like we can't just say, oh yeah, it's her, because then everyone's like, what's her? Like. Then you describe it the same way, right? Like the way it happened previously, and that's why she changes it. It's like, fucking, it wasn't me. And it was just it was just fucking weird. So yeah, there it is. That's the kind of shit that I dream about. So sorry.
See, chat. This is exactly why I say what I do about Frozen.
What, I have awesome fucking dreams that should be made into full-fledged movies? Hell yeah. I'd watch the shit out of the most critical time traveling movie.
Let's go with that. Sure. Oh, we found some jerky in the shelf in Weird West. That's always a good thing. So
I do like jerky.
Game definitely has some of that silliness with the supernatural shit like we talked about last time.
Oh god, yeah.
Gotta love that. Jump 10% higher, take less fall damage. No, we're gonna do ambusher. We're gonna do more damage to people who don't see us coming. But 0451. Remember that chat. 0451. If I fuck this up. Oh, never mind. It didn't make me remember it. Oh, thank God.
Remember when you had to remember stuff in games? Yeah.
Your husband's name's written on the relay.
I have to get the guide for Silent Hill 3, like specifically on hard puzzle mode, because of the way it was, like the way they chose to do one of the puzzles. It's just, you have to have an intimate knowledge of Shakespeare. It's like, yeah, it's great if you've done that, right? But like, I personally find Shakespeare to be a bit like both highbrow and lowbrow at the same time.
Well, that was kind of the whole point.
That was the whole point. I'm just like, man, I'm not into this shit. Like, I respect old Shaky, right? But on the other hand, I just, like, whatever. Like,
we found a can of beans. Really. A can of beans. Oh, we're gonna have the problem like we had in fucking Blazing Saddles? Just everyone farting?
Oh, God. That movie. Alright, I'm added to the list, dude. I actually don't own a copy of that movie, believe it or not. I know it's sacrilege, I know, but I've had to build up my whole DVD collection from when I lived in England. It's taken me, like, the better part of 18 years.
Well, chat, we're now disowning Frozen.
I'm sorry. Like, most of my DVDs got, like, destroyed, or I had to sell them because they were imports, and they were worth a lot of money, and I really needed the money. And they, some of them got stolen. So,
the whole stealing DVDs, like, that's a person's movie collection. Like, that's just low.
yeah.
It's like stealing a blind man's cane. It's just, okay, there's some things you just don't do.
Yeah, I've been building up my whole media collection back up to a fraction of what it was before, like, 90% of my shit got stolen. And it's rough. Like, some of the stuff I want costs a lot of money. Because, like, out-of-print DVDs or, like, limited edition stuff or whatever. It's, yeah, okay, good luck finding that shit.
No, we're going to get rid of the beer and we're going to take the glue.
Bree, I don't think you can promote that kind of substance abuse on Twitch or anywhere, actually.
Oh, yeah. So, crazy things to talk about. Okay, first of all, photo shoot went great.
I saw that your picture.
Makeup artist loved me. Hair girl loved me. Photographer loved me. This first time any of them's at a Twitch streamer. Although I was streaming before Twitch even. He existed as a platform, so first streamer for all of them. Fucking couldn't walk decently the day after because I fucking beat myself up so much.
He is pain, bitch.
The joy of getting old.
Oh boy, do I know that. Like, oh, I'm
Best
starting
part.
to envy the young because they have all this energy, and I want to rob it. It's like some kind of horrible vampire, you know, like I am.
Oh my god, you can steal horses to escape in this game? That's right. We're gonna do that. No, we're gonna climb up the chimney because reloading the game caused all the bad guys in this town to respawn. So guess what we get to do again, chat? We get to kill everyone again.
Yay!
Good wholesome violence.
Are you gonna lightly tap that guy on the face, and his like face is just gonna turn inside out, like what happened last time?
No, we're gonna chuck TNT again at them.
Oh, okay. Because I remember that one dude that just imploded because you were interrogating him and you punched him and he died.
Oh yes, that was a mistake. Punching that guy in his jail cell. Totally a big oops.
Yeah, it was.
I mean,
I can't believe how severe that was. I mean, I think we also cut off his fingers though, right?
I think we broke 3 of his fingers.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, broke his fingers.
We just blew them all up.
Sorry, it's been like 2 weeks, and also.
Wait,
yeah,
are these
whatever.
good guys? Are we killing rangers?
Whoops.
Well, we're an absolute cunt of a person.
Wow. I mean, yes, but also wow.
I'm completely okay with this.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see if I can get
white wine or rice wine.
I'm gonna see if I can get. I bought a physical PS1 memory card to transfer stuff from my PS3 because of the whole. You know, there's that whole thing, the PS3 not playing games. PS1 games specifically.
God, that is so fucking annoying.
Yeah, well, I set up my PS Classic specifically to get around that problem, so I could continue to play the games I purchased. You know, not piracy or anything like that. You know, but like, you know, playing games that I bought, like Jade Coon, for example. And so yeah, like I finished that merely weeks before that happened. I was like, see, I just did the whole like Leonardo DiCaprio thing. It was like pointing fucking real hard because like, yeah, see, fucking told you. No, like, so yeah, I bought a physical PS1 memory card because they still manufacture them. You know, not the official ones, of course. Because I couldn't find my old one. I still have my old memory card from when I was like 17, and it still works. I just don't know I don't know where the fuck I put it. It's in one of the PS2 cases, and they've got like hundreds of them to go through. So I was like, fuck that.
God. I still miss my original copies of all the Dot Hexine games.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, one of the things I want to do is finally get the PS2 running off of a hard drive, so I can not have to open the boxes and possibly damage the really expensive games I have. You know, like, because some of those are from my childhood, and you know, I've wanted to defend those to death. So, yeah, that's going to be an expensive hobby. You know, that's one of the few systems that doesn't do a soft boot of any kind. It is unmodified. Although I do have a magic memory card for it, the 64 megabyte ones.
Ooh.
Yeah, I fucking love those things. They were the official 64 meg PS2 memory cards. People don't know this. You can boot programs off of the memory card on the PS2. It is how the original DVD function used to work. Because on the first, like the launch model PS2s in Japan, they did not have the DVD feature. It was a separate executable that you had to get a special memory card for. So, yay. But yeah, you can boot executable programs off of the memory cards provided they fit.
Nice.
Which is why you need the 64 meg one.
Guess what we now have?
What's up?
We have our first follower, our first minion.
Oh. Is it like the cute little kitty with the crown and the thing? Because he was all.
No, unfortunately not.
Oh.
However,
I loved him so much.
we have a minion. Yay, minions!
Yeah. So what's the minion? I'm not watching the
He's
gameplay
a
footage.
he's a cop. So we decided to get one of the
Oh.
deputies from town to come join us.
Okay. I'm glad. How many steps have I got? I feel so gutted. I was so exhausted last night. Yesterday was the end of like a multi-weeks I was power walking every single day for like 2 weeks, and I broke the streak. And I was, yeah, it's not good. I wanted to continue the streak for about a month, but I was just the week just finally caught up to me and just beat my ass, and not the way that I like. So, yeah, I was gutted, but on the other hand, whatever. Like, I still know I could have done it. It's just I didn't because of reasons.
Yeah. One thing I learned: photographer has two kids who are definitely into the whole trans thing. I think part of it is probably them, what's happening with young people this day, with the whole thing. But I really respect the fact that the one that actually did go on medication, they actually took the time and went through the process and everything. So they actually took it seriously. They didn't just do the whole informed consent bullshit and rush into it.
See, I changed my mind about informed consent because I realized that if I want to have people's freedom, like my people respect my freedom, I have to respect the freedom of other people to make their choices. On the other hand, if you go through that shit and you fuck it up, then that's your problem. Like, don't come crying to me about
I don't
like
the informed consent where you get it like the same day. I think that's bad.
Yeah. Oh, that is,
I think,
whatever.
really bad. I think if you go through it and there's still some uncertainty on both parties, both medical professionals and yourself, if you do it, it's at your own risk, but at least you still have that option. But at least go through the process. Figure out who you are, what you want, all that other shit. Because then you'll get the happiest result.
I'm not going to listen to us, Bree. You know this.
Yes. But it's like, at least she, as a parent, I can respect what they did because they took it seriously. They didn't rush into it like some of these people have. And it makes me so happy.
Yeah, there's an article in the New York Post that they actually released today. The headline is "Trans Doctor Who Says Teen Transition Says It's Gone Too Far," and basically I'll just read you the paragraph because I'm not going to read the headline and whatnot. A transgender psychologist who has helped hundreds of teens transition has warned it has quote unquote gone too far and fears they are making life-changing decisions because it's trendy and pushed on social media. Which, yeah, it does happen. I don't know to what extent, because I'm don't have the stats in front of me. Apparently, it's Erica Anderson, 71, who is transgender herself. Blah 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 blah. Basically she's complaining about what we just said. She's horrified that even 13-year-old kids are getting hormone treatment without even meeting with psychologists. So, yeah, it happens.
Yep. I think it's all about doing the legwork, because you know my view on how important it is to understand yourself. Because if you know your strengths and everything, like we do, you can really pretty much do some pretty badass shit. Oh no, I shot the horse!
Don't be shooting horses.
He got in the way! By standing still, he literally jumped out of nowhere.
So, yeah, people are gonna have mixed opinions about it. Like, I don't know. I don't think people are going to listen to our opinions on that and actually take them seriously at scale. So it's like, fuck it. Like, I don't know about you, Bree, but I feel very confident with my transition because I questioned it the whole way through and I was extremely cautious.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why I encouraged it. And she actually, like, listened to my perspective and actually, like, you know what? That's living in reality. It's like, exactly. It's a realist perspective on things. Yes, people don't always like to hear the realist perspective. But goddamn, does it help?
Yeah, when they did approve my hormones, they said unquestionably that I am trans. I've treated the entire thing extremely seriously, and I get to tell my doctors how my transition goes now. They don't tell me. I go visit them. I say, hey, how it be, and bye. Like, it's a breeze. Like, it's the actual transition part is a breeze, other than the whole getting approvals for surgeries and shit. But the actual being trans, it's like second nature. There's nothing to it, because that's who I am. And people have not liked us sharing our opinions before, Bree. Have you noticed this as well?
People not liking us, having opinions? No,
About our own transition? That's the thing that gets me fucked off, is that, like, remember that time that Blair White got up my ass because she
Oh,
demanded I respect
God.
my own pronouns, and I was like, bitch, who are you to tell me that?
It's
Fuck
so
you.
fucking true.
Yeah. I still have the screenshot in that because I put it in a video I made that was on Raging Golden Eagles channel so many years ago. I love that shit. I was like, really? How you're overstepping your bounds there a bit too hard, didn't you, girl? Like, you might want to take a step back. Just saying. Like, I'm not telling other people how to be. I'm just saying, here it be, right, for me. And if you want to learn some shit, try opening your mind to other people's perspectives. I have listened to the entire trans community whine about the same old shit for long enough, and I think it's time we gave some feedback. It's perfectly fine to have valid criticisms.
Yep. Hentai House, I just replied back to you. You might have missed what I said about talking to you about coming on next month.
Oh, excuse me.
Tonight, nah, we try not to have people come on last minute like that, basically.
Oh yeah, no, we have to like, Bree and I have had audio issues when we just invite people onto streams and they show up and it's like, yeah, it's not
Well,
good
we've
quality.
also had people also, how do we put it?
If you're thinking of if what you're thinking, I'm guilty of that, okay? I'm sorry.
Let's just say people have done things that have caused problems, like risking accounts being banned and shit like that. Last minute.
Oh, okay, then that's not what I'm thinking about. I've done things like post the link to a live stream in progress on like public forums so that random people join it and stuff like that because I'm horrible.
No, I've never done that. I will never do that.
Now, to be fair, I only did that to John Kelly and Varelo all those years ago because I hate them both so much. It was when they were having that like autist fight. We were watching a live stream where we were basically just live trolling them. It was great, and then for some reason they invited me to the after stream. Like I was like, fuck that. Hell no. Sorry, like I don't want to be on that stream. Shoo.
Yeah, honestly, you're nothing but trouble sometimes, babe.
Hey, you know what, dude? Just don't mess with me. I don't mess with you back. I have a very, very
But it's so
straightforward
fun
policy.
to mess with you.
Well, there are levels of messing with me. If you actively try to piss me off, then well, I will do horrible things against you and not feel I will feel righteous in my efforts to destroy you. Like if you do, if I don't usually go out of my way to start shit, but I do like to finish shit.
See, but my method of messing with you is always adorable and fun.
Oh, you're like a level 1 on the messing with me scale. Like I get slightly miffed. Like it's okay.
Yeah, I know. Well, sometimes
It's
you enjoy it too.
Yeah, it's like a love tap, right? Like,
No, I thought I mentioned the next month thing. Maybe it cut off or something, my little thing to try to reduce noise. But yeah, no, I have a plan. This month just has been one of those months where it's like, okay, I had a plan. Plan completely went to shit. Okay, let's readjust plan this month and let's do it next month. So next,
I have no consent on this one, so not my show. I'm sorry.
well, I had mentioned her to you before, and so it was one of those things where it's like, okay, we just got to kind of figure things out. But with like Easter and your stuff and my shit, and
oh yeah, no, I'm going out of state for a while, so that's gonna be like, busy.
So we have to make a decision here. The woman who wronged us terribly, but you found out she did it for good reason. Do we decide that we still go ahead and punish the bitch, or do we actually ask for forgiveness?
Okay, so what was the good reason that she decided to because I gotta like balance I gotta balance the I gotta make it very zen. So what was her good reason?
Basically, we treated her very cruelly.
Oh, then yeah, then don't punch her in the face because that's not right. In fact, we're the asshole here, bro. She's just doing what people do.
The chest is fucking empty. Your reward to us. Oh, we're not. There's. The box is empty.
Oh, that's a dick move.
We got another box from her too, but we're not allowed to open that box. We're not going to open the box, but
Why are we not allowed to open the box? Is it?
because it's a side quest, and I want fucking loot.
Oh.
Oh my god, are we just not going to find a place to sell shit before we have to go kill this dude? I'm literally running around trying to find a fucking. No, I shared that new artwork on Twitter, and not a single person made a single comment about it.
I would.
I think
yeah.
everyone has kind of come to terms with the fact that the people I contract with do amazingly good work, and therefore everything is fantastic. And why bother? It's like, gee, thanks.
Oh, I actually have news on that front. If you would like me to share that.
Yes, please.
Yeah, because I've been trying to find artists for a while. We've been since before season 1 started, and I never had much luck with it. In fact, I'm still waiting on assets from a specific person who needs to get their shit together, sir. But like also
not to mention, any specific names.
No. They know who they are. We're not about that. So freaking. The problem is I didn't know what exactly what I wanted, right? I was just like, oh god, I can't think of the exact thing I want, and people are gonna want to know what they want. And I decided to go with a very particular decision. It's unusual. It requires me to have multiple artists, and I've got 2 out of 3. I'm looking for a third one, right now, so I can basically resolve my idea. So, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
I'd say so.
Yeah. I told them not to hold off on doing anything until the move is complete, because I don't even know about the whole viability of everything just yet. I don't count my chickens before they're hatched. Yeah, it's just making sure I'm being cautious so I don't waste people's time. Plus, it gives time for everything to just kind of be planned out, do everything one step at a time, don't overexert myself, and that way I can go unencumbered from when I'm on the arse end of all the stuff I have to do over the next 3 months.
Completely makes sense.
Yeah. I am trying to help a lot of trans girls, though, especially, ones who are much younger than us.
Oh, God. One of the ones that I had been mentoring came back to me, and she was all like, oh, yeah, by the way, I discovered this thing. I'm like, we had this conversation 14 times. How did you not listen to me? I didn't think you were serious. I'm like, damn fucking kids.
I get that one a lot in programming, where it's like, oh, this thing that you told me that you personally witnessed, yeah, I didn't think you were serious about that thing. I thought you were talking shit, and then I went and experienced that thing myself, and it turns out, yeah, you weren't full of shit after all. It's like, yeah, I wasn't just flapping my fucking gums. Thank you. Wow.
Like, sometimes I wonder why I even bother.
No, I was thinking that for a very long time. You know my experience with a very particular person who is fucking insane. But so that kind of really, really made me feel cautious towards interacting with, T-girls of the Zoomer generation, right? Or just like, fuck, man. Like, to their credit, all the trans dudes from their generation seem to have their shit together. Well, not all of them, but like a good portion of them. Like, just can't fucking tell you how like much I love you guys. Mwah. But just like a lot of the girls just do not have their shit together. I'm just like, God, what's wrong with you? But no, I've actually met some fairly competent
Okay.
ladies who need their shit together.
That almost seems like an oxymoron at times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's
I
fine.
hate to say it, but it's true.
No, I don't disagree, like, fucking at all. Ugh. It just hurts me so much. Like, in my brain.
I will say,
And
the
also,
one thing that especially made me so happy from the photo shoot was the massage afterwards. And the fact that she loved my choice of music so much that she actually ended up losing track of time as well as what she was doing because she was so just into it. Just like, that's fucking high praise.
bullshit. What are these things?
And we just got a nice headshot. Moonshine. We found a whole mess of moonshine.
Oh, no,
We
I'm
got
not
a
allowed to have
still.
moonshine.
We got a still.
I am not allowed to have moonshine anymore because
Well,
it
tough.
does
Your
bad
character
things.
here now has a bunch of moonshine on her.
Oof, that's not a good idea. There is literally a time that I blacked out, and the last thing I remember before I blacked out was telling my friend not to buy that moonshine, and I woke up in the bathtub.
Okay, let's do something extremely dumb. Let's carry a barrel of TNT. Because like, obviously nothing could go wrong carrying a whole container.
I mean, just make sure you don't, encounter any sparks or anything like that. That's really the problem.
Don't do
you've got.
something stupid. Okay.
Yeah. It's not like you're walking around with nitro where it's just like, oh yeah, let me just go sniff that pepper real quick. Yeah, it's a good idea. Oh my word. Whew.
We do have a thing of cluster ones.
What is this, worms?
Oh my god, the rats are eating the dead body. That is fantastic.
That's a lovely detail.
I'm sorry, I love the fucking Dishonored games. Seeing that kind of shit happen again, totally fun.
Fair enough. I haven't thought about
Well,
Dishonored in a
some
long
companies,
time.
Raven, still do that for a very good reason.
Oh,
So it's one of those things where you have to kind of accept the consequences of your actions.
yeah. Yeah. Like, the consequences like hurt my brain because so many few people understand that they are a thing. Like, I know how it sounds. Like, really, Jay, you're gonna be like that. I'm like, yeah, because I've seen people do stuff and then immediately be like, oh, that's the thing that happened. I'm like, yeah, because that's what happens when you do that thing. Or anything.
Like, I still think medical marijuana is a wonderful idea. Definitely needs to happen. Especially as someone with medical issues themselves that are chronic.
And you need some chronic.
And has read plenty of medical journals that say that, this is definitely an option that, is worth considering. It's like, well, okay. We have the scientific evidence that prove it. I'm not seeing a problem here.
Alright, Richard Fuckhead Nixon actually, like, investigated this shit back in his day. If that fucking criminal, like, thinks there's value in it, at least asking the question, yeah. What's that, like, what are you doing? Jesus fucking Christ.
So it's one of those things where it's like, no, I can completely understand why some businesses do what they do with that, but at the same time, it's like, you know what? If you can make a good argument for it, please do. You can get policy to change at places sometimes. All right, we found a jail cell with nothing but blood. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put a barrel down of TNT. We're gonna run away, and then we're gonna blow this dude up.
You're not gonna get some free blood? It's right there, dude.
And we literally just killed 3 of his minions in one explosion.
See, and you were all worried about the whole explodey thing, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Ah.
Oh my god, you guys gotta... These bad guys just rush in without even thinking, and then they were like, huh, I died mysteriously. I wonder what happened.
They understand consequences.
Here's an idea, don't go rushing into combat like a crazy person. That's how you
No,
die.
no, just run at the enemy's weapons. Yeah, why not?
Throw yourself on their bullets.
Yeah. If they miss a shot, make sure you jump in the way of it.
Alright, we're gonna go back to the shotgun. Oh, sweet, we got more. Oh, we don't got enough inventory space for locksmith or lockpicks? Dude, bullshit.
Huh.
Let's see. I think we'll drop that. We really don't need a flannel rig.
Shout out to Avery Brewing. They make some of my favorite beers. I'm drinking Avery Lager right now as a American lager, 5% alcohol by volume, and it is very delicious.
I am taking a break from alcohol for a little while. My liver is giving me angry messages.
This is the first drink I've had that I remember, cause like, and I don't mean that I've been drinking every day so I blacked out. I mean, like, I haven't drank in a long time. Like, I have 1 drink a month at best.
Yeah, see, I was drinking a little too much. And so it got to the point where it's like, no, I need to just stop. I went up to Angela's grave this month just to talk with her, even though she obviously can't respond. Because it's like, no, I need to go vent, talk, get some perspective on shit. Because some things have just... Look at the past few years. I lost both my daughters. I lost multiple people I had mentored. I lost Dave. Dave's wife committed suicide then. Which, by the way, idiots out west are saying that it's because she's trans that she committed suicide. No, no. It's because her husband died and she stopped taking her medication in depression. Depression's what killed her, not fucking... It's like, oh my god, you fucking idiots.
Well, people will use that for their fucking narrative. I hate it. It's like, you know, there's other reasons for shit, right?
It is so fucking disrespectful of her.
Oh yeah.
To say that this is what it's like. No. Just, oh my god.
It's a good thing I'm drinking this beer. Then fuck me. Like, because like you know how I feel about shit like that. I'm not gonna go on on.
We're not gonna go on another rant on it, but it's just
no. I think we've had enough of those.
It's kind of hit the point where it's like, okay, I haven't even dealt well enough with Kay's death, the last one out of all of them, because I just had to keep going. I had shit that I needed to do, and it's like, okay, I finally had a chance to truly slow down, do something for me, kind of have a little bit of a break from some things, and now it's like, boom. Now we're going to hit you hard with all the feels. It's like, god damn it. Oh my god, this is a creepy area.
It feels like that.
Die rat.
It feels.
There you go.
It feels like that one. Was it? I don't remember who did it. I think it was a Shen comic, where he did. It was the He's like getting chased by a monster and he's hiding. Like he's about to approach another monster and it's even bigger, and then there's an even massive a fucking one. around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels
really
like
does
that shit.
feel like that is going to happen here.
Oh god.
I'm just taking the coins off the poker table because
Ugh.
money.
See, this is why with my move, right? I've been talking about it for a while. The whole reason I'm trying to plan it the way it is because I want to enjoy some of the summer.
Oh
excuse
my
me.
god, I'm so looking forward to the summer. I got a couple new swimsuits.
Mm.
I got already a whole season pass for the lake, so I can just go to the lake when I want, bright and early. I can even go before work if I want on some days.
Well, when I move, I won't have a pool, so it's really important for me to have a means to enjoy the pool while I'm here. I've been arranging it since like frickin' February, so yeah, like it's kind of important I enjoy this summer because I know it'll probably be one of the last times in a while I get to have that experience. Because reasons, right? Like, Bree knows what I'm working on behind the scenes. Excuse me. It's like with all the losses we've both had, I'm just like, you know what? I should really take the time to enjoy this shit because I won't get other chances to.
Well, that's like one of the reasons why I took that vacation down to see Lindsay. It's like
Mm.
I kind of deserve a break to go do something for me.
Yeah, I feel that. Ugh. I'm planning one of those towards Labor Day, if I have enough time off, and if I have enough money. I want to go basically to a spa, one of those like spas that like is one of the ones you have to go well out of the way, like the one of the ones where it's like you're not anywhere near anything. Those remote hotel spas. I'm thinking about going and doing one of them because it would be like a godsend. But they're expensive, so it's like, well, we'll see what happens when I talk to I get my performance review done because that's around about the same time.
No, performance reviews.
Yeah.
No, the funny part is, like, anytime my bosses want to do performance reviews, it's like, you don't even know what I've been doing in the office. I could have been, like, not working the entire time, and you guys would have never known. No, thankfully, I'm not the type to do that. Oh my god, the still waters are still coming after me? The option is defend yourself, aka violence.
No, I'm expecting good things in my performance review, unless I severely fuck something up, but I don't think I will.
No, trap, we just died. The shotgun was not the correct weapon to use.
It's just like your fists were against that dude's face. I'm not gonna get over that. I'm not getting over the fact that you basically just killed a dude by punching him. Like,
I did not expect that to happen, okay?
no, it's not your fault. I think it's awesome. Like your character's so just mighty. He just basically just Hadouken someone.
Dude,
well,
she
not
just
Hadouken,
fucking wrecks
Shoryuken.
people's faces. Like, I kind of can't get over the fact that she's just such a badass.
Yeah.
Like, I love the fact that our character is that cool. Like, anyone who says otherwise is just like, oh, thank God we're not being ambushed this time. Oh, thank God. Maybe we can actually sell shit now. I do find it rather interesting that this game has that Arcanum-style map. Oh, crap. Here we go. We're being ambushed.
Here we go.
You know what we're going to get? We're going to get the cluster dynamite out.
Yay.
And we're going to cluster TNT them. Holy fuck!
That will save a lot of time. Oh, I got a new tablet. I forgot about that.
Ooh, what kind?
I basically use my tax money to buy something for me for a change. I usually use it to pay bills or something.
Yeah, usually I
I
just use mine to pay off debt,
I
which is
did
what I
buy
did
new
this year.
glasses
Again.
with it. I did buy new glasses with it because I put that off for a few years now. My prescription doesn't change that much because my eyes are so fucked anyway. But I bought new glasses, like really nice ones, and then also I bought a Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus.
Oh, that's not a bad one.
No, I needed a high-powered tablet for a very specific reason because I also bought a MIDI controller, and
Yes, you shared a picture of that. It's very cool.
yeah, yeah, I want to make sure it actually ran at full speed, so that's why I posted a video on my Insta. Basically, because what I had read is that Android has very few options for music making because of latency on older devices and lack of optimization of the underlying architecture, right? Not in terms of the hardware, that it was a
Sure.
software thing.
Yep.
And so those problems can be alleviated by, well, A, fixing it, which a lot of the manufacturer's firmwares have done over the years. But in addition, or you could install a custom firmware and take care of it yourself. But the other option is just throw as much raw power at it as you possibly can, and just let God sort it out.
Phenomenal cosmic power.
Yeah, basically, just you know, just basically brute force your way through. So that's why I was like, can it play the entire thing through under full load? I just loaded up a bunch of applications on it and just plugged the MIDI controller in and it worked perfectly fine. So I'm like, oh, awesome. And
Why does it seem like a bunch of vultures and carrion birds seems like a dangerous thing to go diving into?
mm. I love the pen for it as well. Like that, I'm actually.
Oh
'Cause
yeah, the newest version of the Samsung stylus is fantastic.
yeah, I love.
Like I
love the pen
bought
mode
one
for it.
for the
Amazing.
version for the fold, so it's got the retractable tip.
Mm.
So nice. Oh my god, I fucking love it. It is
Yeah,
so useful for some things. Like I had a note back in the day, and I thought that stylus was good. This is even better. I did not
yeah,
expect Sony or not Sony, Samsung to actually like improve that.
Yeah, no, I like several features about it. I don't. One of the problems I don't like about tablets in particular, but also phones, is the fact that they cramp your hands up really bad. And for someone that has severe hand issues, I hate using text. It is not accessible friendly. I've tried using plug-in keyboards, wireless keyboards, all sorts of shit, and nothing is satisfactory that's portable. But the pen allows me to actually like do handwriting translation, which isn't perfect, but it alleviates so much stress on my hand. I can actually, one of the things I have problems with is handwriting because of my the nature of my injuries, and I'm learning how to write again.
Yeah, well,
So
that's one of the reasons why I got the stylus too, because there are times where my right hand is completely useless.
yeah, like I hate whiteboarding exercises because I will drop my pen all the time, and I can't use my left hand to write. I can barely draw with it. I can do all this other shit with it, including precision chopping, but I cannot write with my left hand.
Oh my god, I can't find a single shop to sell this shit at.
I mean, that's the sacrifice I had to make, though. Basically, I realized early on in my life that a lot of typing will be involved in my future, so I learned how to type really well. And because of the speed of which I type and the shittiness of keyboards way back when, um, yeah, my hand has just suffered so much at the abuse I've put it through at my job. So, yay. And before anyone says it, there's no good speech to text engine for programmers. That's been something that the industry's been trying to invent for like the last 15 years, and just no one solved it perfectly. On the other hand, though, it means that I have to be more efficient with my with when I type, and it allows me to take time to think about my code, so my code ends up being higher quality because I do less typing. Because I don't go through and fuck around in the code too much. I just get on with it.
Yeah.
So
Well, in all honesty, that's one of the reasons why with my design stuff, I spend so much fucking time on the planning front so that before I even start doing sketches or make design notes, I've already got so much pre-planning done. It's pretty much perfect.
yeah, I always plan a little bit of flexibility in my plans, but I do forward think in my plans just to make sure that the thing I'm doing has future benefit. That actually came in handy today. The thing I had to program today, I was thinking I had to stay late, and I nearly didn't show up for the stream because of it. At least that's what I thought about this morning when I woke up, just like wanting to die. Because it's the end of my milestone, and I was like, I got one last feature to do. It is the work itself is straightforward, but I was thinking it was bigger than it was. And I went and asked my boss permission to implement this thing. He was like, "Go for it. I don't care." I come back 5 minutes later. I'm like, "Dude, remember that thing I just asked you permission to do?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "It's done already. I did it 2 months ago." He just laughed.
I love it. I fucking
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. I was like, "Yeah," because we're at the end of the project, and I was thinking, "Oh God, I'm gonna have to add another day on, and everyone's just gonna be like, oh, not this shit again." But no, like I was like, yeah, no, I've done most of my work. I'm just gonna just take it easy and just try to make sure everything else is buttoned up properly before I push it to you guys and thoroughly test it. And like all my people are so happy. Cause, they're like the fact that you thought that through months ago because it solved a different problem and it turns out it already existed. And I almost went and did the amateur mistake of going in and trying to implement it again, but instead I did the professional work of going and seeing where the thing I needed to work with was used already. Just right click and say find all references or whatever, like look for all places or whatever, and it revealed to me that the thing was already done. I was like, oh, that's fucking handy. That means I literally just have to do the write the math out calculations, and that's easy stuff. But it's just making sure it doesn't send DDoS the server.
Probably would be a bad thing if that happened.
Yeah, I intentionally write DDoS protection to my front end code because
Trying
like
to
when you say
think. Of...
it's bad.
Oh yeah, that one NFT game that one person was trying to get me to try just for to try to prove me wrong when it comes to NFTs. I don't know if you saw the news. They ended up getting hacked and like millions
Yeah.
of dollars.
Oh yeah, no. I've been talking about this actually with my bosses.
It's so funny.
Like everyone thinks I'm a conspiracy theorist when it comes to like IT infrastructure security, but I've been studying it for like the last 2 years. I know I'm not an expert in it. There's people who are smarter than me, but the things I've seen, we've been seeing some of the biggest like security violations like ever in most recent memory, and there's a lot going on, and it's just fuck. Like, and that was caused by a very, very simple mistake. So simple. And I'm like, really, motherfucker? It's like, come on, man. You need to hire me. Just why do you have these teams of people that fuck up the most basic shit? Why? You could just pay me all of their salary and I'll just do a good job. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, that was sorry. Carry on. I was just, oh, I saw that. I was like, this is
Yeah,
why
I literally
chose
died laughing.
security.
Well, the funniest part is so Richard Garriott, who did the Ultima games back in
Oh
the
god.
day,
Oh god.
Chris Roberts, who worked for his company, did the Wing Commander games, whatnot, and he's the guy that's doing Star Citizen, which will forever be known as a scam at this point,
No, it's
or at least an embarrassment because they let scale just get completely out of scope. Just you gotta reel that shit in, man.
all right. What? No,
Just
no,
because you
I'm
get
gonna go
more
on the
money
rant.
does not mean you need to make the scope bigger.
No, it means whatever.
As a programmer and designer, you know this too.
Well, all right.
You know, it's one of
You
those.
know my thing about like I have a problem with getting shit done, but the thing is, right, the difference between me and someone that has millions of dollars is I don't have millions of dollars. I do it for free, so because I don't take on liability when I fuck my shit up. The only liability is my time invested. I don't waste other people's time and money. So I can fuck stuff up and be like, oh well. Excuse me. But a project like that, like, fuck me. Just admit your fault and move on, and then let everyone just
Yeah,
sue you
the
into
funny
oblivion.
part is, they did not submit documentation to the SEC. So you can't go on the SEC site and see the last year of their stuff because they never submitted it against all rules and regulations. They sold the game off to the head technical officer to his private little company to keep running the game, but now he's working for Richard doing this new game, which is all an NFT RPG game. It's like, come on.
Is this that one you posted the link for? And I'm just like, dude, why?
Yes, he does not. Richard failed. Tabula Rasa failed.
May.
His Facebook game. He was late to Facebook gaming. When he came to Facebook gaming, it was already dead. He thought, he could be successful in a dead environment. No! He failed miserably.
There is
he did
only
Shroud of the
one
Avatar.
way.
We're using crowdfunding. The game's a failure. It sucks. It's terrible. They fucking fucked up so much shit with that game. Yes, there's a couple things that show that the game could have been good if they would use an ounce of brains, but they failed. They screwed it up, and they literally lost tons of goodwill from the community, the Ultimate community in general, because of their fuck ups. They treated people like shit too in the community, and the funny part is they literally got people to do work and pay them to do work to get their work in the game. So they literally crowdfunded and people pay to help make the game and make shitty shit for the game. Like, some of the music is just terrible. Like, disgustingly god-awful terrible. And no, they're using the game because they were cheap. They're fucking idiots. And now he's going to go off and do another game. It's like, you've been late every single time to doing something, and you claim to be this big innovator, which you were back in the 80s and even 90s. But just be done. You're not like some of these other people where you kept up on game development and what's going on and everything. You're still stuck in this old mentality that just doesn't work anymore. And you keep hiring your buddies and friends who are yes people, or they completely hijack it, and then your original design doesn't even happen. The funniest part is the chief technical officer, the guy who now runs Shroud of the Avatar, said on stream to me personally, that live action combat cannot be done in an MMO. Despite the fact that literally we had For Honor, let's see, we have Elder Scrolls Online, we have all sorts of amazing games that have live, left click attack, right click block, all the normal live action combat without latency issues. But supposedly that could not have been done even when, For Honor was in development, or when Elder Scrolls Online was already out before even their game was even in pre-alpha. Like, it's fucking disgusting. Like, why are you having people who can't even fucking understand the basics of what can and can't be done with current gaming tech be the people that make your game? Like, of course it's gonna fail.
It upsets me, dude. Like, it really does. Just because, all right, you said something earlier about how you can't be successful on a dead platform. There's only one way you can be successful on a dead platform, right? You have to release something so that basically takes advantage of the dead platform in a way that no one else ever has done. You have to do something exceptional. But
Yeah.
there are people who release old games for old systems all the time that are successful. They're not successful at scale, though, because, success is relative. They make something successful where they capture 100% of the market for a dead system and make
okay.
I
I hate to use this as an example.
Mm.
Look at fucking Minecraft. They use Java, of all things, for something. That was not something people wanted to encourage anymore with gaming.
Yeah.
Especially with that kind of a game on that scale and everything. Like, here's all the issues with Java when you get to something like that. And it's still an issue to this day. But you know what? He did something very exceptional with Java. that captured a market in an amazing way. I mean, look at how big the game still is.
Yeah.
Freaking
I'm surprised.
ridiculous.
Wait, so wait, hang on. Actually, I haven't played Minecraft in a while. They still using Java as the base language for the PC version?
Yep.
Are they?
Yep.
Really?
They still maintain the Java version of it. They have the C++ version, but you can't do any mods or anything like that. But they still maintain both versions.
That's fucked. Like,
because the modding community is so popular. If they were to cut that off, they'd be fucked.
True. From what I was told by so when I had there was various interns I've encountered throughout my my career. One of the interns that I worked with was he got the job because he was a Minecraft model. And so he was telling me just how difficult it was because it was programmed like absolute garbage. Now I understand that they've rewritten a good portion of the underlying code to make sure it's not written like garbage, which did break a ton of mods. It was necessary, but like they had to do it very slowly to make sure that they didn't just fucking break everything all at once.
Yep.
But he was telling me just
stuff
like
that they did, but
eh.
I use that as the perfect example of you can use something like that, but by doing an exceptional job, you can take something that nobody expected and actually make it work with language.
Yeah, like it's
or a platform or anything like that.
Yeah, you have to either really know what you're doing, or you just make something magical that is successful in spite of what it is, like Minecraft. If you were to describe like back Minecraft to someone from like the late 90s or early 2000s, be like, yeah, it's this blocky ass game where you just run around and you fucking punch pigs in the face, and then feel like that's the fucking greatest game of all time. Like, yeah, pretty much.
Like, it's just a survival game with like certain things where it's like, okay, how is this popular? It's like nobody would have seen it coming, but it worked.
Like, bro, you have never seen Eye of the Spider, my friend.
It's why people are so excited with like one of the rumors that people are going around with is that the new Monkey Island game might be done with Scrum. Now, everyone, including myself, thought originally that the video for the new Monkey Island game was just an April Fool's joke. Turns out it was an April Fool's joke to make us think it was an April Fool's joke when it was actually real.
That's all right. So that is thematic within the universe of Monkey Island.
Yes,
so,
and it's literally thematic to how that guy is. He's a goof, lovable goof, an amazing designer. Has done some fantastic shit. Love his braid. It's like Roberto Williams and Ken Williams who did the Sierra Online. Another one of those guys from when I was young and little. You know, this is the guy who did Maniac Mansion, the Monkey Island games back in the. It's like this guy is brilliant along with them, but he's kept up on things, and it's like this is fantastic. Like this is the kind of shit we want.
Oh. God. Actually, never mind. I'm not mentioning it on stream because like it'll be just its own rant. I actually kind of want to do a video about it. I've been going through old demo scene stuff because I'm actually looking for a specific video, a very specific demo that I have to write music for just to see if because that's the thing I'm looking for is the music in the video in the demo, because the only thing about it I clearly remember. And so I've gone through literally hundreds of them, but one of the things I found is so fucking impressive. Like it just, long story short on this one, I'm getting real fucking tired of the industry selling us old shit that they call new shit. Like the whole one example is the metaverse. Like, oh, we've got virtual reality again. I'm like, yeah, okay, we've had the like virtual reality as a technology since the 70s. Fucking congratulations. Like, whatever. Like, I'm not excited about it anymore, dude. I also saw the Lawnmower Man when I was like, 10 years old. Thought it was fucking great. Boy, was I wrong.
Oh my god, this guy keeps.
But like that's the industry at large, though. Like, That's why I keep trying to tell these junior developers that I encounter. Just like they get so excited over new technology, and me being an old fart, I'm just like, oh, that thing again? Yeah, they've tried to sell us that like 4 times now. Like, no, it's brand new. I'm just like, no, they just slapped a lick of paint on it and called it something else, and yeah, it's this thing. Trust me.
Oh, donut! No, I don't want to. Oh, I didn't remove the automaton. I hate you, donut. I hate you. I fucking hate you. That's all you're getting. Fuck you. I'm not playing Zelda or anything.
You watch. Someone's gonna ask me to pull out the old hurdy-gurdy. I have a hurdy-gurdy, by the way, for those who don't know.
I decided to do the first couple notes of Zelda. I'm like, no, we're gonna stop right there. We're not just gonna hit other goofy notes for no reason other than to just not play the fucking Zelda.
I don't know why you agreed to do that at all. That sounds like a bad idea.
This way now, no one can claim that I didn't actually at least do something.
Okay. Fair enough. Go.
Ah, donut.
Oh.
I don't hate you completely. I hate everyone. I just don't hate you completely because you haven't pissed me off to that level ever. Short bus special, maybe. Headshot. Oh. You know, kind of fucking enjoying this game a little too much. Oh, we found potatoes. We found the best item in the game, potatoes.
Make vodka out of them.
Not just all, we can make baked potatoes.
That is baked potato and vodka. That's like the perfect meal. It has everything you need.
No, we're just gonna make that chemical barrel leak, and then we're gonna force this guy to have to run through the chemicals and die. Look at that. Don't even have to waste bullets. We'll let the chemical mess there murder people.
I actually have news. Something. I pre-ordered the Amiga Mini, the Amiga 500 Mini. It's coming out at the end of May.
Nice.
Against all advice, I ordered one, but because of one particular reason. Everyone complained about the peripheral because it's the CD32 controller remade, which is absolutely terrible. It's not a good controller.
Can confirm.
It also has a replica of the Amiga mouse, which is not a comfortable mouse. The keyboard is non-functional, which is like here's the thing though, you can use an external keyboard and an external mouse, and it will just accept them. It's plug and play. But the main reason I got an Amiga 500 Mini is because it supports sideloading natively off the bat without hacking.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking about picking up the Commodore 64 Mini as well because they're cheap. Because it's kind of a extreme novelty. But for the Amiga 500, it was like the machine that defined my entire life. Like for real, like
Apple II was what defined it for me. Although the Commodore 64 was definitely up there.
See, I didn't like the Commodore 64 or the ZX Spectrum because they had the tape drives, and I couldn't stand it. Like my friends thought my setup was like revolutionary because I had floppy disks. Like they're like it only takes you like a minute to load your software. Like instead of having to rewind the whole fucking game and then reload it. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like the Apple II more.
Mm.
You know what? I still have a Commodore 64 version, Donut, of Ultima 5 sitting behind me. Full complete with all the trinkets, maps, you name it. Everything's in that box. The floppies. It's fantastic.
See, I have respect for the Commodore 64 a lot. Like, I didn't own one, but I know a lot of people that did, so I got to enjoy those whenever I would visit friends. And they had some really awesome ports of games. And I remember back for a computer that was made in like the mid 80s, some of the music was like awesome.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me go grab it real quick. I'm going to turn off the camera so y'all don't stare at my butt. These shorts. Because it will happen.
See, I didn't feel like coming on camera today. I'm looking good, right? I actually got dressed up for the whole streaming thing, but I look tired, and I don't want to, show that on camera. Plus I'm drinking. I don't need. You guys don't need to see that.
Yeah, see, I can completely understand it. Here, let me take this off.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Bree. Fuck. Apparently this week has just been a nightmare for everyone. Although it's not really been a nightmare for me. It's just been so thrashing.
Ultima 5, Commodore 64. It's even got the Commodore 64/128 conversion by Dr. Cat, of all people, who I haven't talked with on podcast. The spam humbug one. We have the bag with everything in it. The books, the floppy disks, the Codex coin. It's all here.
Damn.
The box is still in fantastic condition. It's even still got the retail fucking UPC on it and everything.
I wish my dad would actually let me go pick up my Atari ST. Like, I'm so minged off that I left it at his house one time, and he's like, no, that's mine now. So, calling you out on stream, Dad. Don't be a dickhead your whole life. Like, let me go pick up the machine that I ran for years, right? That you gave to your children. The thing that I hold dear and still know how to use. The thing is, he won't let me have it back, right? Because he's like, you don't know how to use it. I'm like, Dad, I used that thing for fucking nearly like 15 years. Can you shut the fuck up? Like,
really, you're gonna offer me $1, no bone? No. That fucking complete copy of Ultima 5 is worth at least $85.
I'm really glad I brought up the whole Amiga Mini thing, because like everyone recommended I don't get it, but I'm just like, you know what, dude, I didn't get excited for the whole mini Genesis things. I have one. They're terrible, except for the one that they did more recently. But like, the ones I'm talking about. I wasn't excited for the whole SNES Mini because I didn't own a Super Nintendo and I couldn't give a shit.
I still have my original SNES sitting in the closet with the original power supply and everything. No, the original power supply doesn't work. We had a third-party one, but I still have the original one. I could probably fix it, but
I still have all of my old Sega shit. Like, I don't know if it's still functional because I haven't booted it since I moved from England. Probably got bit rot by now. Don't give a shit. But I still have it. It's really just there to remind me of how much money I wasted on that crap.
Yeah, I basically keep like this copy of this game because this was my favorite game growing up.
Fair. I too have many games that I treasure that no one else would ever dare celebrate. I have a copy of Cosmic Carnage for the 32X. I fucking love that game because you know what game it is, don't you? I love this game because you can rip off your opponent's fucking limbs and beat them with them. It's fucking great.
Best thing ever.
Yeah, it's like
best
you can
ever. It's literally best thing ever.
You can literally get your fucking like legs fucking chopped off and like all sorts of shit, and then you can continue to fight with no legs. That's fucking great. I remember seeing a video game tournament of it when I was in my teens, and I couldn't just stop fucking laughing. It was just like, oh my god, this game's brutally horrible.
Like, there's a reason why I keep all my SNES shit. There's a reason why I still have a Super
Ah.
Scope. There's a reason I still have,
Mm.
you know, my Final Fantasy. Well, it's 3 on the SNES, 6 for those of us who also played it on other platforms. Like, there's some things that are just, they're nice little nostalgia. It's like, yeah, I don't have any urge to play Final Fantasy 6 again. I've beaten it so many times, I can beat it with my eyes closed at this point. But just having it there, the memory of, you know, good times from when I was young, when I was still miserable for all sorts of other reasons, is kind of nice.
I still have my action replay that still functions. But you have to do the whole cartridge tilting thing. You have to do it because it was manufactured incorrectly. But like I spent many hours learning about hacking memory because of that thing. In fact, if one of these days I'm thinking maybe I'll try and get the Sega Genesis running and I'll do some live training, because training is a lost art. People probably don't know what I mean even by the term because it's not something that's used anymore.
Probably.
I'll elaborate. Training is when you basically reverse engineer specific memory locations so you can create hacks. The lots of hacked games, you would basically how do I put this? Fuck it. Basically, wares, and they would come preloaded by the person who created the wares, with trainers on them, basically to show off here's how awesome my skill is. I created a cheat menu for this game, so you can just breeze right through it and do all sorts of stuff you can't normally do. And this was something that, like, you know, demo scene people used to brag about. Like, look how awesome I am. I trained this game to have these specific memory locations identified. And you can do it with Action Replay 2 because it had a switch that allowed you to do so. And so I spent years of my childhood learning how that worked and coming up with codes that were not in the booklet because, well, not all the games were in there. Taught me a lot about programming and how to mess with memory addresses and whatnot. So particularly useful information.
And a lot of that stuff was also shit that ended up being very useful for also people like doing speedruns, because understanding how to do some of that shit. I mean, look at Elden Ring, one of the most popular games of this, if not the most popular game of the year so far. You get people who can beat it under 10 minutes. All because of goofy little shit that you can learn just from stuff like that. It's just... And I will never understand why some people think, well, this is so dumb. It's like, do you not realize how amazingly cool this shit is?
Yeah. I was actually learning from... learning about old Amiga music production, because that was the whole thing that got me into having a computer versus having a games console. But all my friends had like NESs, and I had the Amiga, and I had the access to home computing. I was never like talented enough, or because I was so little that I didn't really understand the power of it. But one of the things I was aware of is that you could create music at home using an Amiga 500 with various hardware. I just could never afford it because I was a child. But like it always kind of stuck in my head that like this is something that is cool as shit. And this is why I bought my tablet and bought a MIDI controller for it. Like it kind of came around. So I was learning more context about the thing that I experienced in my childhood. So it's not just nostalgia. It's not just this vague memory I had. Like, oh my god, someone hooked up a keyboard to their computer and it's fucking amazeballs. It's really I'm really more interested about like why I thought it was cool. Because is it still cool? It's like, turns out, yes.
One of the cool things too is like some of these old retro games, a lot of things are still applicable now with programming and shit. And it's like,
yeah,
this is all good skills to have, not just for the sake of skills, but because you can understand, if you can understand that stuff, you can understand how things are now, and then now suddenly you can do so much more.
Like Amigas were used during the 90s, as well as the the 80s for game development, not just for the Amiga. The Amigas were used up until like the end of the N64 era of gaming, and even the Dreamcast, because was programs that run on
Yeah.
a more modern Amiga OSs, but still, like the whole platform was used a lot because of its direct relate. It's just it gave you so much direct access to everything, and the programming was so high applicable. It made ports of Amiga games to other systems very straightforward. Games like Syndicate were Amiga games. Lemmings was an Amiga game. Worms,
Lemmings.
yeah, like these all start off
Classic.
on that platform, and like so when they were ported over, it was just almost not quite a one-to-one, but very very close, as opposed to more modern PC architecture. Well, at the time, right? More things like IBM compatible programs. We had to go through extensive effort to port those over. So they were used a lot. Like I've seen a couple of Sega Saturn games that were programmed on Amigas, although I forget the names of them offhand. Um, 'Cause there was just a lot of variety to how people approached game development as a problem, and that was one of the ways, because it was a cheap machine you could get for like fuck all by comparison to other computers at the time, and they were very powerful for the price point, and very versatile, evidently. So yeah, like I find that whole thing just fascinating, and I've been learning more about it, not just as a like Bree saying, not just as a hobby, but really more as to appreciate the technical finesse that went into this stuff. Because a lot of the people that made programs for this old school software where they were teenagers themselves at the time, and went on to work in the industry. I was looking into it. One of the guys who programmed Sensible Soccer, I believe, he went on to be the CEO of a clean energy company up in Canada. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember your name in various credits of games I fucking loved when I was a kid. What's he doing these days? Oh shit, he's like some fucking awesome badass. Good for you, bro.
Oh yeah, like it really is just completely freaking amazing how much just appreciating some of the stuff and being able to just want to understand the world
Hmm.
can do just for general just knowledge and badassery.
Yeah, I just it really does help. Like I appreciate older machines, because when I get stuck into them, I really have to learn something. I don't get a
Yay.
comfortable UI to help me through a lot of the time. If you want to get things done, you have to get into the weeds of understanding the architecture and really pushing every single piece of hardware and every programming trick in the book to get the things you want done. And those are useful skills for keeping your skills sharp, because you can solve problems that are very complex with very simple solutions if you just know things about your environment. But like I get looked at like a fucking idiot when I say like, yeah, I program for microcontrollers that are like older than I am, and people are like, why? And then they wonder why I'm such a good programmer. As if the
Well,
two
I
things
look
were
at
unrelated.
it this way too. Like, understand the basics of a car, and if you have a car issue, and let's say you're stuck out in the middle of nowhere, you can sometimes actually be able to, get your vehicle to hobble its way without completely ruining it, until you can get to a place where you can actually get it then decently repaired and shit.
Yeah. I'm kind of disappointed in my mom. She was like, I'm taking my car in to get the oil changed. Like, Mom, that's something you can just do. Like, I know how to change
Oh
oil,
yeah.
and I've never even owned a vehicle. Like,
Oh yeah, like they charge ridiculous amounts for an oil change. It's like, dude, I can do that for half the price.
yeah, you just need like an afternoon, really. It's just not even that.
Not
Just a couple
even.
hours.
You need
Yeah.
no, not even a couple hours. It's like 30
Well,
minutes work.
to go get the oil and all that shit, right? Like if you
Oh,
really
I
have
always
to.
keep plenty of oil for my car around because it burns
That's
like a
good.
quarter a month.
Yeah, it's like if you
Of course,
really,
it's
like, if you
also
really
a
had
fucking
to.
old car, so it's gonna be fucking burning a little bit of oil, but still.
Yeah, it's like if you really have to invest the time, it's not that difficult. I taught my little brother how to change oil in his car.
My
He
sister
had.
knows how to do it, and I'm so fucking proud of her for that.
Oh God,
Like,
it's a loss.
here's a
The
girl
lost
in her
art of
30s
changing
who
your
can
oil.
fucking change her own oil. She can do all this shit. There's guys her age, they can't even fucking do it. I'm like, I'm sorry, I may not get along with my family. I may hate them at times. But my God, like, she is far more talented than people possibly believe in. And I just look at her and it's like, I can understand why guys are torn over, like, it's like, yeah, they're a little intimidated by her, but at the same time, it's just like, no, a lot of them are shit. I can completely understand why she doesn't bother sometimes, too.
Change your own oil. Sorry, you can't date me. Not high enough level, bro. You need more Pokemon badges.
Oh yeah, just checking your own oil. Let's say, like, you know, even if it's to say every other time you put gas in the car.
You can just do that with like a you know, just a lift of the hood. Yeah.
It's not even that hard to do.
Yeah.
But just checking it that often, oh my God, you will literally extend the life of your car.
I learned how to do that by watching episodes of Mystery Science Theater, for fuck's sake. Like,
My
I'm not shitting you.
favorite fucking thing is, like, okay, I hate to pick on her because she's this adorable young lady, but Hafu didn't even know how to fucking boil water. And she's a streamer, and it's like, how do you not know how to fucking boil water?
Okay, you know what? I'm okay with this, right? Because my brother also didn't know how to do that. I asked him to make mashed potatoes one time, like instant mashed potatoes, and he was like, he fucked it up. He had the directions for it, right? He had just right in front of him, and he's like, "How do you make hot water?" I'm like, "Bruh, are you fucking serious? Like, it's cavemen figured that one out, dude. Like, come on." Oh my God.
Like, it just breaks my heart. Like, whatever happened to teaching people how to have all these life skills?
So you're saying we're doomed if there's actual apocalypse? People will be like,
Oh, yeah.
how do you survive an
The
apocalypse?
zombies would starve because there's a lack of brains.
Well, at least we'd win, I suppose, but I don't know if that's really what we call winning. We would survive, but it's really not a win.
This bitch sent away her coat.
It's gonna get
And
cold.
it still has not been returned. She's paying me $100 to go hunt down what the fuck happened with her coat.
Oh, someone's done something horrible to it. You know it's happened.
It's a ghost town? I have to go to a fucking ghost town to get it?
Oh no, this is just adding up, right? It's like, oh yeah, it's go.
Oh, fuck. This is not gonna go well.
No, there's only bad things that can come of this, Bree.
Exactly, Donut. That's one of the things I wish guys would have done more in fucking high school growing up. It's learn to fucking communicate with girls.
Yeah.
Like, don't forget about the whole macho behavior stuff. Being in a class with a lot of girls, you learn how to fucking communicate with girls. Because you had to. And it was one of those things where, in my case, I was so good already communicating with girls, but, you know, having to suffer dealing with guys, you learn to kind of be able to deal with guys very easily. And it's like, girls, oh, I hate dealing with guys. It's like, you know, if you had to deal with guys a lot, it'd be a lot easier to deal with these dipshits. The dipshits wouldn't bother you as much. But that's logical. That makes too much sense. Oh, trust me, us girls can be terrible. And can be bigger bitches than you fucking know. But you know what? I will agree, though. We tend to be a little easier to deal with more often than guys.
It's different, in my opinion. That's just me.
Oh yeah, it's like comparing apples and oranges, but at the same time, it's just...
At the very least, with women, when you tell them directly something, they actually listen to it. Like with guys, you can tell them very specifically and succinctly exactly what the fuck is going on, and there's a good portion of the dudes that are just like, eh, like they're just completely blank, as if learning facts externally is just something that they're incapable of.
Huh. So this Brushkeep farm seems to be having an issue. You know what? We're going to put a shrapnel mine down.
As you do.
And we're going to put and here's what we're going to do even better yet. Oh, dang it. I can't put a shrapnel mine in the outhouse.
That would have been an amazing plan. Regardless of what your intent was, that's just there's only one way that can go hilariously.
I can't put a fucking mine in the outhouse because I fucking used up all my points for that.
Oh. Oh, so the game lets you do it. You just fucked it up. All right.
No, we're gonna save that mine then. And we're gonna keep going on the main quest that we want to do.
So you're coming back later to do it.
We'll come back later. Now that we know there's a spot we can put a mine in the outhouse, we're gonna put a mine in an outhouse. We're gonna watch someone blow up and have shit all over him. We're gonna pull a desert punk. Which, by the way, if you do not watch that enemy, you really should. It's very much an anti-hero one. Because Punk is not a hero. Oh my god, we got creepy monsters. Again. I will say though, the whole supernatural part of this game is really fucking fun.
See, I was thinking this coat was going to be like Ghostbusters 2 where the coat comes alive. And so far, everything you've said is just like rapidly approaching that.
No, but right now I got bugs chasing after me, poisoning me because they're assholes.
Yeah. Oh my word.
Oh my god, this game is fucking creepy. I love it. Why can't we get more games like this that are actually creepy instead of like the shit that they try to pretend is creepy but it's just boring as fuck? Alright, we're gonna go to this Wilder's Hearth. We'll do this quest of delivering supplies to some bitch. Let's see, what other interesting stuff has happened this week? Oh yeah, Destiny had a stream where he was reading some of the emails from trans people. And I find this rather fascinating. So in this whole debate on like trans women in sports and just the whole general dialogue on trans people and social media in general as of late, he was shocked that, because when it comes to politics, most of his emails, when he asks people to email him on a topic, he gets people of all kinds, all different spots on the spectrum, as you know, agree, disagree, nuanced middle people and all that stuff. With trans people, it's all been very one-sided. And the one-sided is, we hate the activists, we hate all these crazy lunatic people on social media, we just want a quiet, cozy life where we can just, you know, be left alone and be happy.
Yeah,
we don't want
like
all these stupid shit that these people are doing, talking about, etc. And it's like, you know what? Why is he surprised by this? That we just want a nice coziness.
We've been saying this literally for fucking 8 years now, Bree.
But trans people have been saying this since the fucking 90s.
Yeah, for real. Gay dudes have been saying this since the 70s.
True. How is he surprised by this? I will never understand. It's like, do you not do your research? You claim to be good at research and shit, but
no, people.
Like, again, he continues to prove why I've always been disappointed in him. It's like, as a far lefty, you can do better than this. Like, I'm not a far lefty. I'm a middle, slightly to the right. Like, I'm more to the left than the right-wingers that he has on. But it doesn't really fucking matter.
Do you know that my politics can't be described in simple left-right terms?
Yeah, you and I tend to be the nuanced, we're all over the place type.
Yeah, mine is best described as extreme balance. I find American politics to be way too conservative and limiting with its with how it's just so divisive by nature, because every single issue is like, basically, there's this way or the other way, and there's no third option for people who just don't give a shit. You have to have an opinion on one thing or the other thing, and 90% of shit people are concerned with, I do not care about.
Yeah.
I find them to be distractions because or like they don't affect me, and thus I don't want to interfere with people it does affect. I think it's disrespectful, so that's why I'm just like, fuck it. I'm well, not apathetic, but like I would rather just avoid it. It's nothing to do with me. I have no right to say something about this thing. Go for it, mate. Like, you have that fight. I'm not your friend, but I'm not your foe either. I'm just someone who's here. So yeah, rant over.
I'm always the type where, oh crap, I died to bears. I thought
You went and fought monsters and like fucking ghosts and shit, and a fucking bear kills you. Like,
there were 3 bears. They were all mauling
oh,
me.
there were 3 bears, and I had my shotgun in my mind that I was gonna put in an outhouse, and I somehow still died. My name's Bree.
I'm not even gonna dignify that. Ooh, now we're being stalked. That's definitely not a first time thing.
Oh God, no. I might have to make a video about that one of these days, real soon. For real. Like, I might have to actually make a video directed at a very specific person who won't, how do I put this politely? Fuck off. I don't know what else to do. I really, really do not. Whatever. Topic change.
Where was I? Right. So I found that absolutely fascinating. His whole just lack of understanding of that. It's like, I'm enjoying the fact that he has come back towards the middle a little bit, but my God, he's got so much to learn still. But yes, I just love the fact how consistent all of us are. Regardless of politics, all trans people seem to want the exact same thing.
Except a very specific subset of us that get to have all the fucking say. Just saying.
Yes, it's the minority trying to impose their will upon the majority.
Yeah, frickety frick, dude. Like,
when all we want is peace and quiet. We want to sit and play our games with friends, drink, cook, have a cutie that we can spend time with.
We want like normal people shit almost. It ain't difficult. Fuck.
Kind of like the normal people shit. It's kind of spiffy.
Well, some of it.
Let's pet the horses. Let's pet the horses. Aww, yeah. Cheerful whinnies.
How was that even a thing you would question?
Therefore, we now have cheerful whinnies from cute horses.
There you go. Happy horses.
Alright, let's go down to the mine and let's explore. I swear, this game is goofy.
There's things that... horses.
Well, okay. Bears are more trouble than, like, sirens. You think a supernatural siren would be a lot more dangerous than a fucking bear.
Oh, this is Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku all over again. Do you remember that shit? Where, like, you could beat the fucking piss out of Frieza pretty easily, but the blue wolves at the beginning of the game will just wreck you. They'll find holes to fuck you in. If they haven't got enough holes, they'll make extra ones.
Yeah.
Like, the blue wolf saga on fucking Dragon Ball Z was like the worst, man. I don't know how Goku got through it. I was like, Goku, first off, why'd you build your house right next to these murderous blue wolves?
Makes no sense with some games, but you know what? Really, we have a rake? Why the fuck would I want to steal a rake?
To get tons of illegal raking done.
Okay, the iron slag, that I can totally understand wanting to take. That's worth some money. Oh, crap. That's a broken pickaxe? Who leaves a broken pickaxe in a perfect... What's that? Did I mention the fact... Oh, yeah. I mentioned the masseuse fell in love with my playlist, right?
No. Not specifically that.
Yeah. I gave her, directed her to Tripod. especially because she fell in love with the one song that they did about the whole point of the song is you're a couple. It's about a couple, and the guy's playing video games, but there's save points that are far apart, and he's so into his game. It's like, well, why don't you go take a shower? Why don't you go read a book and whatnot? It's like, once I save, I'll come to bed. It's like, no, you guys are never gonna actually have sex. Like, even though she wants sex, you're so into your game, it's just never gonna happen.
He's playing Tomb Raider 1. I understand this feel.
It's completely and the funniest part is it's so realistic. It's like you can't help but laugh. I will share the song with you because it literally is like the best shit.
Ugh.
All right, let me find. Where's Spotify?
Ugh.
Tripod, gonna make you happy.
Oof.
And in fact, we'll play this on stream for people.
Sexy. Yes, indeed. It's that time, people. It's love o'clock here in the Tripod House of Love.
And we'll put this in stream chat
You actually thought about that.
in our Discord. By the way, I put another copy of that TikTok
Yeah, we're gonna set up a group.
that I
for
put in
you
your
guys.
Discord
Don't
today.
think we haven't noticed
I
how
didn't even
hot
check
you
it
are
yet. I
every
have been so
single
busy,
sexual
hyper-focused on getting this milestone
So-
done that I just forgot to give a shit.
This is funny. There's this e-girl that does TikTok. And she makes memes about e-girls. So she's making fun of herself, which, as someone who does that already, big fan. She made fun of the whole Sims giving lots of money. Like, hey, I gave you $100,000. Why aren't you gonna marry me or date me? It's like, come on. But the best part is, it's like, wait, you're upset over me not dating you? It's like, well, there's something else that's gonna give you far more upset. When she gets up, she tucked a dildo into her cosplay, so it looked like she was a trans girl.
Good shit. The dick makes it better.
I was just like, people are like, this is a transphobic one. I'm like, no, she's literally saying exactly what us trans girls have to deal with, where it's like, yeah, guys are gonna be upset about this for all the wrong reasons. It's like anytime we admit we're dating someone, it's like it breaks the heart of the boys. Oh my god, my favorite e-girl's dating someone. Big fucking whoop.
Like, bro, you do realize that, like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's the whole parasocial relationship joke. It's hilarious. But somehow this idiot claimed it was transphobic. I'm like, no, every trans girl I will share this with is gonna laugh and find it fucking hilarious.
That's, yeah, oh my god.
Like this young, like, kid of a girl fucking understood the joke and why it was funny and made a great TikTok on it. And I'm like, I'm so fucking proud of you. Here's a young person who's gonna go places. So happy.
More power to him.
Young people making me proud.
There's a few of them that are out there, but boy, are they fucking holding the fucking fort. Let me tell you. For a while there, right? I was like, I nearly had given up on the future. Now it ain't so bad. Not nearly as much. And this has come from someone who's a pessimistic misanthrope. So, you know, get your shit together, people.
I forgot how good this song is. It's so good.
What am I gonna go
crap,
for?
we got plague zombies. We got plague zombies. We got plague zombies. Gotta kill them all.
Probably gonna go for a power walk tonight after the stream. Trying to sort out my playlist before I do so.
Holy crap, almost up to the 2-hour mark already.
Oh yeah, this one just flew right by.
You know, it's not a bad thing.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to reconvert my I basically have a professional grade book scanner. I have to when my old tablet died, all of the books I converted over to portable e-format, ebook format. Basically, I just made my own ebooks out of existing books, and like made them more efficient for portability. Because like some of those high-res scans are like a gig each. So I've got encyclopedias that I've scanned for reference when I'm traveling, and they're like, yeah, uncompressed, they're like a terabyte. But they're like archived versions that I could use for the rest of time because they also have OCR on them, so they're completely text searchable. But I've got to go through and move the minified versions over to my new tablet, because most of those are regarding engineering shit that I take with me. I need a tablet specifically for travel. Instead of having access to my full library of shit that I got on my laptop and functionality, I take a very small, specialized set of files with me that I'll just use for reference for various different topics I might need to talk about. And it's come in handy so fucking often. Yeah, rather than searching the internet for something and maybe not being able to find it, having searchable ebooks that most of which I already read, just so I can go through it. I can just basically fuck around on my tablet for a couple of minutes and then be like, oh, there's your answer, and it's come in handy a lot. There's a lot of people in the industry who need to realize that mobile devices are actually useful tools, and they're not just for dicking off. Because I got a lot of shit from people at my jobs. I'm like, you're dicking off at work. And I'm like, no, I'm literally doing actual work on this thing, but sure. No, you're not. You're playing the Candy Crush or whatever the fuck they accused me of that one time. I don't think they actually told me what game I was supposedly playing that they caught me playing. That's really unusual. They wouldn't be able to tell me the thing that they witnessed. Almost like it was complete bullshit.
Alright, I think what we'll do is we'll do the secret stash here. And then we will attempt to go visit one especially interesting one like we went last time. Which is another one of those creepy like temples. But first, we're gonna headshot these two bitches.
Seeing as you hurry up so I can download this, I can download my music files. I made a backup of all my old MP3 player shit, because I still have an actual MP3 player.
You know, there are times where I kind of miss not having one. And then I remember I have this fantastic phone.
Well, the reason I have one is because my phone is for work, usually. It's a communication device. Playing music on it just drains the piss out of it when I need it the most. So I have a dedicated music player to, you know, make sure it has its own power supply. I get asked about it a lot. Like, people will like, what the fuck is that? Like, they'll be like, it's a music player. They're like, really? Huh, it's so small. Like, yeah. They're like, how does that shit work? I'm like, bro, do you not remember the shit that happened, like, you know, a few years ago, my friend?
Ooh, we found a stuffed teddy bear and gold. Sweet. You know what? I want to try to do this. I'm going to see if I can burn this tree down in the game. Nope, you can't burn down the environment. God damn it.
You can in real life, I mean.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Alright, we're going to go to this Oleander temple. We're going to go check this out. And then we'll call it a night.
Fair enough. Gives you a nice jumping off point.
Oh yeah, in exciting news, I get to go visit my best friend, hopefully if I can get rid of this stupid migraine and actually feel a little better. She's pregnant, which is especially exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I will corrupt the little one. It will be fantastic. I don't think I shared that, but having my best friend pregnant is fantastic. Despite, obviously, the fact that she has to suffer with morning sickness and other terrible shit.
I know that feel. Although not the pregnant feel. The morning sickness feel.
Yeah.
I take progesterone. That shit happens, alright? Boy, does that shit happen.
Yeah, I'm very glad I never took that stuff. Huh,
It has
the
its
initiates won't...
benefits.
Stone Gate, we need some sort of fucking sigil, but we can't... Oh my god. Are we gonna have to abandon this? Oh, no, wait. We found a creepy cave.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is creepy. Run away, run away, run away!
Come on, you cease. There.
Alright, you know what might work against evil vegetation that poisons? Molotov cocktails.
Yeah. Did you not play Resident Evil 2?
Holy crap, it's literally just blowing, it's chain reacting. This is so cool.
In fact, did you not play Resident Evil 1? Like with the fucking Plant 42, you just go get the flamethrower and blast him.
Yeah, but unfortunately a lot of game developers in games aren't smart enough to, you know, implement shit like that because they're assholes.
You mean make stuff that, like, works like it does in real life? Add a little bit of, like, stability to your ideas? Yeah.
Like, I'm always a fan of the immersive sim shit, and this is the reason why. Is I want this kind of goofy shit.
Like, that's one of the things I loved about the old Mega Man Battle Network games, is how grounded they tried to make the internet scenes, where it's like, oh, you have to do this on the internet, because that's how it works in real life, and I'm like, mate, you don't have to do that, but okay. Like, it was silly, but also appreciated, just the fact that they thought about that.
Well, like, one of my favorite things of all time in anime was the Dot Hack series. Not because it was, like, you know, something I related to as someone who played a shit ton of fucking MMOs, but the fact that what the world that they created was so much more realistic than so many other animes that when it came to, like, gamer life type shit. And now you look at, like, SAO and shit, and it's like, I can understand why people hate SAO, because the world that it's created is shit.
I regret not getting into Dot Hack because I didn't have a PlayStation until I guess like a few years before the system was like officially dead. So I missed out on all that shit because of the move to this country and then me being homeless.
Like,
but
I especially hate the fact that some of these idiots will say, well, look at all these isekais, and these are so good, and well, SAO is this did this best first, and it's like, no, they didn't do it first.
Like if you played Project
Hack
X,
did a lot of this shit first.
Have you played Project X Zone?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So you know about the Dot Hack stuff in there. So that's about that's about most of the knowledge I have about Dot Hack, other than the fact that there's been multiple games in the series. I know very little about it. But I appreciate what little I saw of it in that game, because the Dot Hack characters were given quite a lot of screen presence in the first game.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like
there's
cool stuff.
It's I will never understand why some of these people, like, do they not do any research?
No, they don't. They have the memory of goldfish. People don't remember, like, you know, like a few election cycles ago at all.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they don't. You have to spoon feed them shit that they lived through, for fuck's sake.
Like, it makes me glad that we're part of a slightly older generation, because it's like, yeah, no. We got to see at least some cool shit. Alright, here you go. I'll finally blow up a wall for you.
old computer needs to hurry the fuck up and boot. I got shit to do today.
I love the fact that we can use TNT to blow up doors, walls.
Outhouses, vines.
You can blow up someone when they're sitting on the john. Just put a mine in there when he comes in and sits down. Boom. Fan-damn-tastic. Alright, we're gonna save here. We're gonna attempt to see what other cool shit we can find, and then I think we'll call it a night.
I'm gonna have to
Because
force
I'm
restart.
going to attempt to hopefully get some reasonable sleep. So maybe I can feel well enough to go up north, hang out with my best friend, and get some absolutely fan-damn-tastic fun in.
I'm planning
I need to just sit with her and hang out and talk.
Nope, that's something that needs to happen during this to all of us. We just sit with our friends and enjoy our time. I'm doing that tomorrow, actually. I have my assistant coming over to. She's sleeving up all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards for me because I need it done before I move, because I'm not moving them without the protection on them.
Good policy to have.
Well, yeah, to be fair, like, it's not done because there's just so fucking many of them. Like, I've been talking to Kong about it, and I was like, bro, do you know that your estimate was, like, you know, ridiculously low, right? Like, by a factor of, like, maybe 3 or 4 times? And we haven't even gotten to the point we can remotely get the overall tally of them. I think so far we're up to 3,000, and that's just the commons. That's not including any of the shinies or anything like that. Of which there's probably about 4,000 ish. Easily.
Oh my god, there's literally. Wow,
I mean,
this
how
is
many
a creepy ass fucking dungeon.
how many streams does it take me to go through just the shinies, which were already pre-separated? Like, it was nuts, man.
Too many.
Yeah, like we're still dealing with the fallout of that. Like, I got a steal of a deal. I can't wait till I can sort them all so I can finally actually sell some cards. That's why I haven't been able to follow through on my promise of selling people cards, because I just don't know why I have. I haven't gotten to the point where I can even separate the cards I know I want to sell, of which there are many hundred.
Oh my god, we got a little freaky ghost ball. That is so cool. I'm just enamored by just the creativity of this fucking game. Why can't more games just have fun creating cool shit like this? Why is the ghost trying to tell me to steal this wine?
I don't trust a ghost with wine. That's probably how he died. Like,
Is
yeah,
the wine
steal my
poison?
wine. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I too remember Hamlet. Good old William Shaky again. Willie Shakes. Good dude.
Literally, this entire place is freaking out our fucking party members. I don't blame them. It's kind of a creepy place. It's kind
man.
of cool.
If I had a fucking awesome
Holy
cave, I would use it to
crap.
creep people out.
The ancients call themselves Gelseng. Harness terrible power to abuse the spirits.
Oh.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna blow up this fucking wall. We should probably save first in case this pisses off everyone, and then we have this entire fucking cult trying to kill us. That'd be what we call the right way of doing shit. Oh my... That didn't work, but we found a freaky ass hidden mechanism. Oh, this is cool. Oh, we found another one of those weird, freaky nymph heads.
So I'm getting
All right.
um
Well,
I'm getting
we just lost.
personal
Oh
pictures of
no, we
these
set
people.
them off. They're gonna attack us now. Okay. Well, we're gonna stop there. We're gonna attempt to steal from this place next time without pissing off the entire cult. That seems like a fun challenge. Let's see who's live. Let's see if there's
Alright, let's just
anyone
get-
worth fucking hosting.
Did I just get a major Windows firmware update? I did. Damn. On my I got one today on my new laptop. I went back to my old laptop because I use it for I use it for
Flats?
stuff that
Oh,
you know,
maybe host
I-
flats.
if I basically don't mind getting my stuff hacked so hard, I use my old shitty laptop so that way if it's compromised with like ransomware or some shit, I'm like have at it, you fucks. Like
Alright.
okay, whatever.
Chat, I'm gonna send you guys all over to Flats. It's his birthday tomorrow. Wish him happy
Oh,
birthday.
Happy birthday.
He is this adorable guy. Tank main and Overwatch. Love him to death. He does some great Friday streams as well. So go show that man some love. He will
Aw.
appreciate it. I already wished him
Be
early
nice.
happy birthday. Be nice to him.
Yeah.
He is
Don't be-
probably one of my. I'd say he's in the top 5 coolest dudes on Twitch.
There you go. So please be
And
nice.
I do not say
Or else.
that lightly. Like, it takes a lot for me to actually say that kind of shit. So please go. He does have a follower, only one, but I definitely recommend giving him a follow. You guys will love him to death. But have a wonderful night, y'all. And Frozen won't be here in 2 weeks. I'm going to try to stream then with some more of this game. And then probably try to sneak some other streams between now and then. There.
Yeah, I'm being forced to go do work, unfortunately. Like sometimes I do that for my money.
Yes. So.
Nah, it's gonna be awesome. I can't talk about it because it's NDA shit, you know. But it's nonetheless, it's not a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing that I get to go do some cool shit. So not SARS.
But y'all have a wonderful night and go enjoy some flats.